And when he came back, he noticed that she was already packing her bag. And
she already had her luggage.
Yeah,
let's just be honest.
Okay. And he was just like, okay, what's going on? And I thought it was that deep. I'm like, what? What was the argument about?
Yeah.
And then she said this to him.
I never said you weren't man enough for me. I just said to be more aggressive. We don't have bro.
So listen. I got a problem. I just think guys and girls.
How disappointing is that question?
Hey guys, welcome back to Human Resource. I'm Uma.
Selma.
So we're going to do the review for episode 8. You guys check out our episode 7 and 6, okay? So we start out with Bliss and Zach. And guess what? Bliss says yes. She says, yes, I will marry you, Zach.
Yes, I will be your wife.
Yeah. Do you think that was a good idea? Please tell us what you think in the comments below. Other than that,
you never try to use pretzel logic with her and telling her, but listen, you're not my second option. You're not.
Yeah, you're my first. No, it didn't work out like that, isn't it?
Don't use your lawyer talk on me, okay?
Yeah. Well, other than that, she seems
this
very
ring
happy.
looks like
Irina's ring. I'm not gonna lie. It looks like Irina's ring. And I definitely zoomed in even more, and there is definitely a gold band.
Anyways, then we go to Paul and Micah.
Yeah.
And they finally meet Micah's parents, and it was so cute. Even though she did a shoulder hug to her dad.
I think it's her stepdad, right?
I don't know. But he has the same name as Paul. Mm-hmm. And that was cute and warm welcoming. The only thing that was kind of like, something sounds off is when she said that, you guys want to come to my wedding?
And we'll live there until the wedding day. Oh, okay. Speaking of the wedding, you guys want to come?
Well, yes. Why not?
I think I'm your mom.
She needs to be there.
Yeah. So we get to Jacqueline and Marshall's situation. I need everyone to tread lightly on this situation. They had a fight. Mm-hmm. Nobody saw that coming. And he was already going to another location to go sleep because it really ticked him off what she said about him. And she basically called him, you ain't no boss, and that you need to man up.
You need to man up. Wow.
Yeah. And so he left to go calm down. And when he came back, he noticed that she was already packing her bag. And
she already had her luggage.
Yeah,
let's just be honest.
Okay. And he was just like, okay, what's going on? And I thought it was that deep. I'm like, what? What was the argument about?
Yeah.
And then she said this to him.
I never said you weren't man enough for me. I just said to be more aggressive. We don't have bro.
So listen. I got a problem. I just think guys and girls, not guys and girls. I think if you're in a relationship with a guy and you're a girl, he should be calling you a bro.
If your girl calls you a bro, then she's not really, she doesn't see you as,
That's my pet peeve, probably.
a leader in a way.
Yeah.
In the relationship.
And then after they get into a heated conversation, and she started
Marshall
gaslighting him.
Marshall was super calm and collected, and he was trying to really solve this situation, and she wasn't having any of it.
And then after he said something to her, like something in the nature, like, this is a project or you're a project, and she goes, oh, I'm the project. And she finally got a good argument.
That was not a right thing to say to a woman.
She finally caught a
pissed
good
off at you.
argument, and she said, this is it. Okay, I'm about to walk out. Yeah. And then he very civilized guy, very mature. He said, okay, maybe that's not the right word to use, but I just see there's like a limitless potential between you and I really, really love you. And then she kind of cooled down.
So our next couple is Chelsea and Kwame. So they have a serious conversation talking about timelines and vacations and where they see each other having kids. Chelsea mentions, I definitely want to have kids after 3 years. Where Kwame was like, well, I still want to travel and have fun. Where she's like, well, you could always have a kid and take them with us. Like
get a nanny, a travel nanny.
Get a nanny. The child could come with us, and we could carry it. And, you could see Kwame was like, nah, I'm not feeling that at one point.
And you said something about it.
Well, I'm going to say this, you guys. Please mention in the comments. See if I'm wrong about it or not. I think he felt like, if I had a kid with Micah, right? I could have children after, probably when I'm like 35 or whatever, because Micah is 26 years old. So.
Yeah.
I might be right. I might be wrong, but please let me know.
Anyways. Cool. I mean, every time this guy, like I said, it feels like he's getting into an arranged marriage and just finding any ways out. Mm-hmm. Just be a man and say, you're not the one for me, and let her go. Now, Paul and Micah. Now, Micah went to take Paul to go see her little friends. They chatted like 2 girls, even though I feel like the whole place was lit up with her friends. Anyways, and some of them were tipsy. And they were just talking with Paul and trying to feel him out. And she said, like, these are my 2 best friends. Even though they were giving her too many compliments, like, she's beautiful. Oh, my God, she's beautiful.
You said something before.
Yeah, as if she's the HBIC in the group. You can just tell her right now.
Yeah, but one of her friends.
When her friends got a little, because she did not like the way Paul talks. She goes, oh, this guy is super articulate. And he goes, it's the,
he's
the environmental scientist in
He's
me.
a smart guy. He's a scientist. And she said, well, that's not gonna, work with
Yeah.
us.
She said, no, she goes, I'm gonna look out for that a little bit more because it might rub me off the wrong way. Something in that nature. And then he's like, I really can care less.
I'll get pissed. She's easily angered.
I mean, can't say that I care.
Don't be like that.
I don't know. I mean, I don't.
And he does that a lot. He always
But he
small little
changed
comments.
his words, He
Changed his
says-
tune after that when he noticed that she was getting a little snappy, like, these are my girlfriends. Yeah. And then, but her friends were even tipsy as well. And then when he went to the washroom, the girls were like, do you like him? And one of the blondie was crying, like,
She's like,
I don't like him
this
for
is not the
you."
guy for you.
Yeah. So,
But what do you say about friends like that who just straight up judge the guy that you're with?
well, I don't know. It depends on your friend. Like, you have, for example, if I think of Tiffany's friends.
I felt like it was wonderful.
Yeah. If they
You know?
told Tiffany at the spot, like, bread is not good for you, I
would question their friendship. I would question what kind of friends you have.
wait.
Even-
So wait, hold on now. You think if they have something negative to say about your partner,
Well, if
we
you
got
met,
a problem with the friendship?
if your friends met your partner for the very first time and they already has crazy things to say about him, then yeah, you question your friendship. Like, are they really here for me or not?
I don't know. We
It
got a
really
little
depends.
different
If the
opinions,
guy
yeah.
is showing you crazy behavior, then yes, your friends have a valid reasons to say that. But so far, Paul, the only negative thing that he said that I really don't care about their opinions. I only care about yours and where we at.
And that's a bit crazy
And
too.
that's a negative. But still, I feel like the friend was going there.
You think everybody's
aggressive.
Irina?
Well, apparently she has another arena in the friend group, but you can't deny she was aggressive towards him. Always be pleasant, always be nice, and see if he has any flaws, then point it out. So it's Chelsea's birthday, and everybody decided to meet up and have some snacks, some drinks, and hopefully some cake.
There better be cake.
So Chelsea walks in with Kwame, and she said, "Thank you for wearing pink."
And then guess what? Bliss and Zach came walking in, and the whole group did a 180.
Because it was the most shocking thing ever.
Like, what are you doing here, Bliss?
Now, I just want to point out, you guys, that before all of this, everybody was saying that Bliss had dodged a bullet,
Yes.
right? I think it was, what do you call it?
Everybody.
Micah, especially. Who else?
Jacqueline, I think she said it too. Well, she
Ti-
switches on
probably
and off.
Tiffany.
probably said it too.
But now everybody's clapping for her. So that one is questionable. Why? I think, you know what? Everybody's still dealing with the shock because it was a surprising moment.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just want to say also another thing. There was some old familiar faces like JP and Josh, especially Josh
Jagged
coming
Josh.
in with, swinging his hips and his shoulders and everything.
Loud too.
Super loud.
But speaking of Josh, guess who came in solo dolo? Marshall. Nobody saw that coming. We all thought the conflict between him and Jacqueline was resolved, right? Didn't she come up to him to hug him? Something like that. For him to come in by himself, that was actually sad to hear. And then Chelsea went and took him to the side, and they had a good conversation.
So while that was happening, Tiffany and Kwame are having a conversation where she asked him, "How are you doing?" And he said, "We're doing great." However, he says, "I don't think that there's a person who is both internally and externally a better fit for me than Chelsea is. I tend to find that I compromise in a relationship." So that's Kwame having that conversation with Tiffany. But guess who walked in? Jacqueline walking towards her man, Marshall, while he was having a conversation with Brett.
How are you? Okay. No, because it's gonna ruin my outfit. How are you feeling? You're ruining my vibe.
She didn't want
She goes,
to.
"There's a guy with a jacket on." Then he goes, "Don't get your jacket on."
Well,
You
I
feel
think he was claiming his territory because
Yeah.
Josh over there screaming, hollering, yelling, whatever he was doing, he was making sure that that's my woman regardless of the situation we're in.
So while Marshall and Jacqueline are figuring the situation out, let me tell you this. Do you think there was going to be a gathering in which Kwame and Micah were not going to connect again? You best believe they did. And they took it over to a table where they start leaning on it, and they were getting much candid with each other and chatty. And do you know what he says to her? He says, "Whenever I think of the wedding, It freaks me out.
That is some crazy talk.
And then he gets even bolder and he said, do you think you made the right decision? Micah always knows she has it in the bag with Kwame.
Yeah.
And she goes, I'm unsure, but I'm hopeful. Yeah.
Then later on, she asked him, why would you ask me that?
And then he does this again, this famous Kwame laugh and whatnot. And you know what he says to us? He goes, Chelsea, I could see a whole future with her. But Micah, that girl right there, she got a special place in my heart. And we got a seamless connection.
Here.
And you know what the cherry on top of the icing is?
And in this experiment, you want to make sure that you are not leaving anything on the table. As we kind of like lean into the last stretch before wedding day.
At this point, I don't know what he wants. Do you want Chelsea or you don't? Make your decision as fast as you can, because at this point, you're dragging her and you're embarrassing her. Well, Micah said, you know what? I feel the electricity and potential with you. I feel for you. I care about you.
I think about you. Guys, you can add some more. Micah was not missing anything. And why does she sound like a physics teacher? A potential,
Well, she in the end of the day, she's like telling him, well, I got a good thing going over there, and I'm going to have fun if I want to.
It's like a little boomerang for her, I swear to God.
So after that crazy confessional from Kwame, guess who walked in? Amber. Wow. And you know what? Paul saw her, and you know what he said to her? You know what he said about her? It's not even worth my time.
Yeah. Okay, you know what? Yeah, because you got your engaged man.
Yeah. So you know what? In some cases, I'm like, that's a rude comment, but I respect you because you're getting married to Micah. And, she's the type of girl who's going to psychoanalyze every move you're going to do. So he's like, it's not worth
trouble herself too.
Yeah, it's not worth it.
And then guess what happened? Jacqueline went ahead and, sitting with the girls, chatting with the girls. And then along comes Mr. Josh. Now, earlier he had a weird interaction with Marshall. We're not going to get into it. But Marshall's face says it all. And then he goes and he basically tells himself, like, listen, I'm going to put myself first. I didn't come to this whole show to make guy friends. I came here to make a wife. So he goes and he sits down with Jacqueline and he gets very comfortable with her. And you can see she's a bit kind of,
standoffish.
He goes, listen, I wasn't planning on coming if it wasn't for you. And then she goes, oh, you're too cool for school. And he was like,
You were talking to NBA Cryboy.
I
even
swear.
before that, when he was talking to Marshall, he said he threw the B word at him.
yeah, oh, Josh is really unhinged.
So guess what Josh asked Jacqueline? Are you going to marry him?
And I kind of leave the whole episode like that.
So you guys, that's our review for episode 8. You guys, you know what to do. Please like and subscribe this channel. And
we'll see you next time.
Bye now.